Carbon sinks are nature's storage centers. They absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and hold it. Our forests, oceans, peatlands, and permafrost demand more support than they're getting. But over the last 4 years, we have failed in our duty to both land and sea. We need to stop destructive practices and ramp up safeguards. We are code red on deforestation, the massive and intentional tree loss on nearly every continent. And it's not just destruction for profit. In 2023, Canadian wildfires shattered previous records for North America. They burned areas twice the size of Portugal and emitted nearly 2 gigatons of CO2, poisoning the air far beyond Canada's borders. Protecting nature, and in particular our forests, begins and ends with government policy and enforcement. But we also need investment, consumer pressure, and active participation up and down supply chains. To do its part, the private sector has more than doubled its investment in the voluntary carbon markets to over $1 billion in 2022. Companies appear to be willing to fund efforts to preserve and restore our forests. That's a good thing. The bad news? The carbon credit system designed to help countries and companies negate their emissions by cutting emissions elsewhere is broadly ineffective in protecting or restoring the world's forests. It cries out for greater transparency, independent oversight, and more stringent verification. For all the challenges and setbacks in this area, a few bright spots shine. In 2023, Brazilian President Lula da Silva helped to cut deforestation in the Amazon rainforest by half, largely by enforcing laws already on the books. But this progress is fragile as it hinges on having climate-friendly administrations in power. The biggest breakthrough in this arena shows how a coalition of public and private actors can revitalize our ecosystems and turn back the tide of deforestation. Not so many years ago, Indonesia's tropical rainforest was disappearing at a faster rate than almost anywhere else, until the country turned things around. Indonesia's success comes from 3 big developments. The first, strict bans. The national government issued strict prohibitions against wholesale deforestation. 2, supply chain collaboration. Consumer product companies track plantations and palm oil trade that damaged forests. And 3, grassroots pressure. Environmental action groups called out supply chains doing business with bad actors. As a result, the rate of forest loss in Indonesia fell by more than half between 2015 and 2021, to its lowest level in 2 decades. The moral of the story? Returning our world to something closer to a state of nature and restoring our carbon sinks will demand active human intervention.